welcome at Euronews. Which are the priorities of your government?
Very briefly, we have basically three pillars of our future activities. The first is job creation. Job creation means many things. First of all, is to improve the business environment, is to make sure that the pressure from the various bodies on the business is decreasing and the business fills a new environment. The second objective is fighting corruption. Corruption, unfortunately, has spread into the Moldovan society, affecting the functionality of the institutions, the national security, if you want, in various sectors, be it banking sector or be it economic sector. So we need to make sure that we are able to address the corruption in a systemic way. And of course, the third pillar is our European agenda. And the European agenda means, in first place, that we will focus on this fundamental objective of our foreign and domestic policy, which means European integration of the Republic of Moldova.
Are you getting support from Brussels, from the Commission, from the European Union?
And in order to be successful, we need, as you rightly mentioned, the support from the EU and its various institutions. Because this is not just about money. It's about the political support which we receive, but which hopefully could be increased. It's about the transfer of know-how, expertise, and experience. And we have reached already an excellent cooperation, an unprecedented cooperation with the European Union, but of course we can improve it in various fields.
What do you expect from the summit on the Eastern Partnership, which is going to take place in November in Vilnius?
We hope, in first place, to be able to achieve a new level of cooperation between, in our case, the Republic of Moldova and the European Union, to rethink a bit the future of this relationship, because we are convinced that Moldova, being a European country by the virtue of its geography, of its history, by the fact that our language is already an official language in the European Union, that we want to share the same aspirations, so our European future should be acknowledged. Of course, we also hope to initial the association agreement and its integral part, the agreement on free trade zone with the European Union, which will mark a completely new era in our relationship, but also new perspectives for Moldovan economy, for Moldovan political system. By the way, I want to mention with a deep satisfaction that just yesterday we basically finalized the negotiations on the free trade area and a bit early on the association agreement, so that now we should focus on its initialing and in the future to sign. And of course I also hope that in November the Commission will be in a position to inform the Member States that Moldova meets the so-called benchmarks, that Moldova has fulfilled the conditionalities on the action plan on visas, so that in the future hopefully the Member States will make a decision on lifting the visa regime for Moldovan citizens.
Let's talk about a sensible issue of your country. How are you going to solve the problem with Transnistria?
Unfortunately, in the last few weeks we have seen some provocative decisions taken by the so-called leadership in Tiraspol. But I'm sure that they will see that there is now a stable government, a stable and functioning parliament, and they will take seriously our offer to be further engaged. But I think that the ultimate response to the conflict and the solution will be exactly now a European integration process. Because what does it mean? It means that we will make accountable institutions following the same practices and values which exist already in the EU.
Do you feel some pressure coming from Russia?
You mentioned Transnistria. Yes, we still have certain problems here, certain differences, but only through dialogue, through presenting our arguments, hopefully we'll be able to narrow this difference. We still have a problem with the presence of Russian very obsolete ammunitions. No one needs those ammunitions. And I'm sure that, again, through dialogue we will be able to get rather sooner than later to the destructions of these ammunitions. Again, problems exist, but that's why we are there, having the political will and having the interest to find solutions.
Do you hope that your country will become sooner or later a member of the NATO?
According to the Constitution, Moldova is a neutral country, and there are members of the EU which are either neutral countries or countries outside of the military blocs. And I think that Moldova can basically follow this path by keeping its neutrality, but in order to become a real neutral state, we need to make sure that there are no foreign troops on our soil, and that we have all the internal but also the external conditions in order to become a real neutrality. But the neutrality is not a barrier, is not an impediment to foster the relationship with the North Atlantic organization.
Prime Minister, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you very much as well.